Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Healing Courageously. Oh, no, don't even. Oh.
Somebody sent Randy a harmonica.
We don't know who.
We don't know who.
We have an idea.
Well, no, we're not even sure of our
But
idea.
we have an idea.
Well, I'm playing the harmonica. This is my new SMART goal, to learn how to play a harmonica in the next 30 days. Did I cover specific and measurable right there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you go ahead and...
But what are you going to do to learn how to play the harmonica?
I'm going to follow these little instructions that came with it and learn my ABCs and 1, 2, 3s on the harmonica.
I would recommend it you go to YouTube too.
Oh.
Because I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay, that
I'm
sounds
going to
good.
do the same thing.
Well, since I started by saying I want to play harmonica,
Which is specific.
and I said within the next 30 days, that's my measurable.
But
Can you
is that a realistic measurable goal in 30 days that you're going to learn?
Nothing's realistic for me, but I have to say
now, we
yes.
don't want
I have
people
to,
hearing
I
that.
have to say, sometimes, I'm just being honest, sometimes things are not realistic to me, but learning about SMART goals is where I am learning that I have to be more specific, that I have to create measurable, and I can't just say, I don't know. I can't generalize any longer.
And I will say this, that you have set a goal out to be walking.
Yep.
And you are following through with that.
I am.
And then with that and the journaling prompts that I mentioned to you the other day.
5 days.
5 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
I came home yesterday. I don't know where I was at, but I came home and she just laid it down. You're not going to change my mind. This is what we're doing tonight.
That's true.
That's true.
So now that we've just gone and mumbled on about my SMART goal, why don't you lead us into today and tell us, why don't you do a little recap on what we've done in the last couple of weeks?
Again, SMART goals, SMART is acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time specific. Now we've talked about specific,
right?
So we have to have a concrete goal, something that you can explain concretely to somebody else that you want to achieve.
Very
right?
black and white.
Very black and white.
Very
you
detailed.
Gotta be, and so that's number one. You got to be specific. And then it's got to be measurable. You've got to know when you have accomplished that. All right?
Has
so
to have an ending.
Why Cathy said, I want to do it in 30 days, she didn't give us a measurable content to say, when I achieve this in my harmonic playing, then I will be done with my goal, right? But when let's just say she was going to learn how to play, Oh Susanna, right? A beginner song. Let's say that's what she was going to do. She would do that in 30 days. Well, then she could go to her next goal to achieve an even better song. So again, it's baby steps with your goal.
Your measurables.
On your measurables.
Yeah, that's good. So what are we going to talk about today?
I don't know. What are we? You seem to take over.
So I will take over if you're going to stumble with your words there, sir.
Today is attainable.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about attainable.
So it's the A in SMART.
The
attainable.
A in SMART, and attainable means either it's possible to achieve, okay, it's possible to achieve, or it's capable of being accomplished.
So in your SMART goal presentation, it talks about attainable. It can't be a pipe dream or something unrealized.
No, not at all. No, it can't be a pipe dream. It's got to be a realistic
something
goal,
you
right,
know you can do.
To be attainable. I want to be the president of the United States in 2 years, and you haven't even gone to college yet, and you don't know nothing about government, and in 2 years become a president is probably not very attainable. Or to become a master grand piano player and play in front of an audience of millions.
I can't become a grand harmonica player?
I think, Cathy, that's an unrealistic, unattainable goal.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad you explained what an unrealistic attainable goal is. That's good.
Okay, because you can learn how to play the harmonica, but unless you're one of those genius proteges,
I'm not.
Okay, you're not. It's just like me with my guitar.
Yeah.
I can't. Okay, so attainable. It can't be a pipe dream or something unrealizable. So, for example, okay, I want to take a second honeymoon on our anniversary this year. Man, that sounds pretty reasonable. It sounds like fun, right? But it's probably unattainable, right? If you are 7 months into a pregnancy and your anniversary is in 2 weeks or 2 months.
2 months.
In 2 months.
Yeah.
So, the math just don't work out right there.
Well, that's right. Not if you're trying to go on your anniversary, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And you're 7 months pregnant. Your anniversary is 2 months. 2 months.
Yeah, no, that's probably not an attainable
It's not an attainable goal. So we have to make sure it's attainable.
So would it be considered an attainable goal if we were setting a anniversary getaway and I was 7 months pregnant, our anniversary's due in 2 months, but we say that we're going to go on our honeymoon, our anniversary, we're going to celebrate our anniversary 6 months after the baby is born in the month of June, for example. Would that be considered an attainable goal?
That could be considered an attainable goal, right? You would have to work, and this is where coaches comes in because they're going to ask a lot of questions, is that have you thought about everything that's going to be required of you taking a 6-month-old baby on a trip?
Either that, or do you have plans to keep a 6-month-old baby at home?
Right. So there's a lot that has to be discussed. It's not that it's not attainable. I mean, you can even go and take the baby with you, but are you prepared to deal with the child, right, a 6-month-old child, while you're trying to have a romantic time with your anniversary, right? Right. And maybe mom is, because moms are good at that, right? Not all moms, but moms are good at that. But maybe dad's like, I don't want to go with the baby right now. I mean, you and I haven't had, we haven't been together and alone in over 6 months and 9 months now.
Yeah,
I want to go just the two of us and have fun.
Right.
All right. So it's not that it's not attainable. It is, but you've got to think out everything that's going to go with it.
Every
like you said.
Obstacle, interruption, plans, preparation, all of those things.
And so then, again, that's why it's really important that you start planning your goal right away. Because there's certain things, there's certain marks along the way that you're going to have to reach.
Right, that makes sense.
You got to have a contingency plan if something falls through, right?
Right.
And it's like, okay, how... You know, me and you, we got to discuss. She's not 6 months, 7 months, 6 months pregnant by no means. But we're done with that. Okay?
Done and over with.
Yeah, that's done and over. But you and I have to have some discussions about what's that going to look like.
Yeah.
All right. How are we going to go and have fun with a baby that's 6 months? Are we maybe going to take somebody along that will babysit the baby for us while we're out in the evening time having fun? Right. Are we going to see a mom or mom-in-law and grandma and grandpas can watch the baby while we're gone? Do we want to leave the baby, right? So
how long are we going to be gone
and
for?
How long are we going to be gone for, right? I mean,
that's good.
That's the other thing. So there's a lot that we have to discuss no matter what that goal is, right? We got to make sure that can we really attain this goal, right? I mean, I love playing the guitar, and I wish I could play a whole lot better than I did. I spent 5 years playing with Anthony Arizaga, who is a phenomenal maestro. But that kind of guitar work is a lot of method, right? And all the time, and details, and just constant practice. And he explained, what it would take to achieve the level that he's playing. And to be honest with you, as much as, I probably could attain close to what he did, but am I willing to put the time in? Because the first thing is, my goal is to play as good as Anthony. Okay, am I willing to put the time in every day?
So that's the thing, is whatever that goal is it attainable, and are you willing to do what is necessary to attain the goal? It's not just, like you say, not just a pipe dream. Oh, it sounds good. You have to be willing to be able to put everything that's necessary into that. The time, preparation, communication. I mean, there's so many things that go with that. So I can see where a life coach, they're going to think outside of a box versus me being that person setting that goal. I might just be very limited in my box, where a life coach is going to bring out questions that are on the perimeter of that box.
Exactly.
So that's good. That's really good.
Exactly. It's we all have goals, and so, like you say, we have I believe I believe we all have some radical pipe dreams as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I got one right now. I guess I should apply my SMART goals to it.
I guess. What is that?
Don't look at me like I'm
Wow.
crazy. I already shared it with you.
Yeah. So she did. A couple of them. She got a couple of them.
I got some plans. I got some goals. I just got to now work on my, once we get through, I think, all of these and I understand them like everybody else that's listening understands them, I'm going to be able to like start applying these things. That'll be great.
Right. So nothing's impossible, but is it realistic?
Yeah.
Okay. Or is it, hey, I can't play my guitar as good as Anthony can play it, but I can certainly work towards that, right, and get better every day.
Right.
Cathy tells me all the time how good I play the guitar. See, she believes it more than I
always
believe.
Tell you why do you stop?
Yeah, she always asks me, why do you stop in the middle of a song? You know, so yeah, whatever it is, whatever your goal might be, we got to follow these steps. And if you follow these steps and you work closely with a coach that really cares about you and your future, and that's what's really important, okay? That your coach cares about you and your future and wants the best for you and your family. If you follow these, you'll surprise yourself. You might be disappointed in some things that you thought maybe you could obtain, but when you get down to it and having conversations, you know, not only with your coach, but then you take and have a conversation with your spouse or somebody really close, you're confident that you have in your life, you know, you might realize, hey, you know, maybe we need to refine this a little bit. Let's look at things a little bit differently, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. Cathy and I don't believe in failures.
No, and I think this is a perfect example of what you're talking about now. Is what you said at the very beginning when we talk about specific goals, is coming up with 4 or 5 different ones.
Yeah.
Because as you start walking through these SMART goals, the specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time specific, you might find that what you think might be your first goal, your third or fourth or fifth goal might be the one that is more attainable using the SMART goal method. So that's really good. So it's not a matter of, giving up and being discouraged. It's a matter of getting those goals together, but finding a life coach, finding somebody that can pose those questions to you so that you can make sure that you will be a success in your goal setting.
Yeah, like you and I.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do when we get done. Yeah. I gotta work on my SMART goals.
I lost my chain of thought. There it goes.
It'll come back to you. We're talking about coaching and
before that, that's what happens with an alcoholic's brain now, and he just goes dead. It's like,
hey, this is good. This is my human husband here. Hello, welcome, Randy.
Yeah. I'm human. I'm human.
Yeah.
Oh.
See how
your number one goal that you have written down, maybe you got 5 of them written down. Well, maybe your number one goal, and you come to find out that that's actually a step in reaching your number 5 goal, which might be, in reality, might be the goal you really want to attain.
Right.
So no matter where your goal falls in there, remember, you're going to have different goals in between that you're going to have to hit to achieve your final goal.
That's
right?
good.
You're going to have all these little ones, right?
Goals.
Exactly. You can't just go from A to Z like that, right? It's one step at a time.
Stepping goals. I like
Stepping goals. And like we've talked before, it's not easy, it's uncomfortable, and it's hard.
Right.
If it wasn't, it wouldn't be worth doing.
Right.
Okay? That's just the way it is. I mean, it hurts and it's hard when we're growing. It becomes painful at times because we're stepping out of our comfort zone.
Yeah. If goal setting was easy and accomplishing the goals is easy, we would all be super, super successful.
Oh God, yeah.
But it's not always like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. I would much prefer to be challenged and to struggle, because for me, a person like myself, and I know there's other people out there too, for a person like myself, when I have to struggle through something or be challenged through something, it tends to stick with me much better.
Right.
Things that are really simple and, I got this, I won't remember. I'll struggle with it later. But things that are harder to work on, I'm not going to forget. because I know the struggle it took me to overcome and to accomplish it.
And plus, those struggles are learning steps.
Mm-hmm. The
'Cause
growth.
it's growth. So you're growing in between. You're learning stuff that you might not have ever known about yourself.
Right.
Right. And that's a scary part.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so SMART goals are here for a reason. They work very well
When applied correctly.
when applied correctly, right? So we hope that you guys are getting something out of this. Actually, you guys have, what I'm kind of hoping is that some of them have been following us since the beginning and have written down a goal and are kind of like trying to refine and follow us along on their own. And then I'm hoping that they'll get to the point to where they'll reach out to us to help them.
Yeah, so but before I go into that part of it, if you haven't been following us, go back to the very beginning. Go back to the very first week, which was the S in SMART for specific. Go back and listen to them in order. If you've missed one or two of them, it's really important that you follow those in order. And then if you're journeying along with us in these podcasts on SMART goals, and you're making your list and you're making your notes for your measurable and possibly your attainable now, we are offering for this entire month of June a free 30-minute coaching consultation. It'll get you started on your SMART goals. So if it's something that your heart is tugging on, please reach out to us through changeyourlifestorynow.com. There's an information.
There's a contact page.
Contact page there. If you want to go ahead and just put your information in there and just say, hey, I'd like my free 30-minute free consultation. Randy will reach out to you and schedule a time that is convenient to you. We are available both throughout the day as well as evening and weekend appointments if needed. So I just wanted to put that out there because we know there's a lot of people that work and some people have crazy work hours. So we are flexible for you in that manner. And that is our call to action this month, is to make sure that we let you know we are offering this free 30-minute coaching consultation.
And if when they go to the contact form, right, and they check the box that we can, they can join our newsletter. They will also have access to a free PDF copy of the 30-day devotion to wholeness.
Yeah, that's great.
That's on there. It's free. It's yours. All you got to do is click it and download it. It's yours for nothing, just to allow us to send you the email, which
the email is coming out. We should have it out by this weekend, and we are doing a monthly e-newsletter.
Well, it's written. It's written, right?
Yes, it's written. It should be coming out. We're just going through our little final edits on it, and we'll be sending that out this week. And each month you'll get a e-newsletter that will have different pieces of information, topics, and things that we're talking about in that month. So if you're interested in joining our e-mailing list, our e-newsletter mailing list, please fill out the contact information on changeyourlifestorynow.com. I also want to remind everybody, please share our Facebook and social media, Facebook, Instagram, on social media. The more people we can reach, the more people we can help. And whether it's just about them listening and learning, or if somebody is truly in need of some life coaching, we are definitely here to help. And then one of my final pushes here for today is the Courageous Healers Foundation. We are a nonprofit foundation, and without your support, financially and spiritually, our foundation doesn't exist. So we are asking for donations to the Courageous Healers Foundation. Your donation goes towards maintaining people who have little to no funds available but are in truly dire need of some healing and some help to get through that healing, and that's what we're here for. So we have an opportunity for you. You can sign up to do a monthly donation, whether it's $5, $10, $100 a month, whatever your finances allow you to do. If you want to make a one-time donation, we are encouraging that as well, because without your donations, we are unable to reach those that are really in need. So we're so grateful for those. We do have some that are on monthly donations, and those are making a huge difference for people, because we do have a handful of people that we're working with that your donation is helping.
And I'm proud to say also that we're going into our fourth year of helping people with that haven't had the funds. And it's quite a few people that we've helped.
Yeah.
I think this year there was over 100 I think there was about over 100 people that we were able to help that didn't have
beautiful.
funds to pay. So
so we appreciate every penny that gets put into the foundation.
Right.
And then, Randy, you want to share a little bit about your books that are still out there?
We need to go over and grab the Spanish book out of there so you can.
I can read it in Spanish.
My books are all available on Amazon. We have Healing the Wounded Child Within. That's available in paperback, on Kindle, and on Audible, right? And Cathy's grabbing the Spanish version, which is on paperback and Kindle. And how do you say it?
I will say it. It's Sana las heridas del niño interior.
I'll show them the cover.
This is the Wounded Child Within in Spanish. Sana las heridas del niño interior by Randy Boyd.
So that's also available in Spanish. We had a lot of Spanish, the Spanish community, and a lot of therapists asking me if we had it in Spanish version. So now that is available.
Yeah.
And we have our 30-day devotion of the wholeness.
But you sign up through changeyourlifestorynow.com and you can get your free PDF version of that.
Exactly.
So that is the way to get the devotional right now.
Exactly. And then my 7-day challenge, which is the workbook to Healing the Wounded Child Within.
Yeah,
So we hope you guys are getting a lot out of this, enjoying it.
Yeah, next week we touch on the R, which is relevant. So make sure you, like I said, if you haven't gotten caught up on this month's podcast, get caught up from the very beginning, the first Monday of the month, and then you'll be caught up for next week when we do R for relevant.
Relevant.
Yeah.
Relevant. Are you relevant?
I think I am. I try to be.
To who?
Oh, come on.
To me?
To you.
Okay.
I work at it.
All right, guys. So thanks for joining us. Like Cathy says, if you get a lot out of this, even if you're not, please share on Facebook and on Instagram and social media.
And you know what? This might just be a seed for some people right now.
Exactly.
We might be just dropping those seeds, and then come 2 or 3 months down the road, they're going to think, you know what? Maybe that SMART goals, I tried it on my own. It's not working.
Right.
Maybe I need to reach out to Randy and Cathy and
exactly.
get some help on these. And we're here for you no matter when it is. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
Doesn't matter one bit.
Yep.
So remember, if nobody tells you they love you today, Randy does.
Cathy does.
More importantly,
God
does. Be blessed, everybody. Have a great week. And remember to love yourself.
This has been Healing Courageously with Randy Boyd. We will have a new episode every Monday. Please like us on iTunes or Google Play. If you would like to know more about the services available from Randy, please visit him at changeyourlifestorynow.com. Thank you for spending time with us. We'll see you next week. And remember, if nobody tells you they love you today, Randy does.